We go live now to Washington, D.C., at our nation's capital. We're joined by Congressman Chuck Fleischman. Congressman, good morning.
Good morning to everybody in Bradley County and in wonderful East Tennessee. Yes, sir, I am up bright and early in Washington. I have an 8 o'clock nuclear caucus meeting, and just so glad to be with you, Steve, and I hope everyone's having a decent week so far.
Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, the nation, a lot of people talking about what apparently the House is lined up to do now at the request of the president on Sunday night. And we're talking, of course, about the Epstein files that have been talked about a lot, especially the last few months. What is happening up there, Congressman, but also what are you expecting to happen this morning?
Well, the Epstein files is an easy yes to release for me, but once again, I'm still focusing on the horrific government shutdown that we just got out of and all the pain. I'm going to talk about that in a second. But the reality is, Steve, last week, the Speaker of the House, the Republicans in the House, offered the Democrats last week unanimous consent, 100%, to release the Epstein files. What did the Democrats do? They said no. We're not going to go through unanimous consent and let it go through. We want to make sure that there's a vote on it. Great. There'll be a vote on it this week. It will pass with ease. The president says to vote for it, and hopefully we can move on from this issue. The reality is the Democrats are just trying to cover up for the worst government shutdown in American history. I'm not going to let them get away with it. I'm sure you've been watching me on national TV, on local radio, anyone who will listen to me, the blatant lies, and I'm calling them all out, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, the blatant lies and harm to the American people that's going to last a long time over this 43-day government shutdown. Stay tuned. I'm going to be giving a 1-hour speech on the House floor. In 15 years, Steve, I've never given a 1-hour speech on the House floor. I'm so outraged by the farce that Chuck Schumer and the radical Democrats tried to pull on the American people. What's worse, they hurt poor people.
Congressman Chuck Fleischman, live from Washington. So in this 1-hour speech, give us a little preview. What are maybe a couple things you're going to touch on?
Absolutely. The truth. What happened, how it happened, why it happened, and why this should never happen again. And more importantly, why we can never, ever trust the Democrats in the House and Senate who want to take over both chambers. Think about this. They shut the American government down. They hurt women, infants, and children. They hurt SNAP benefits. They hurt air traffic controllers and their hardworking TSA people, and they did it over a lie. All you had to do was keep the government open while we negotiated anything, and the issue that they brought forth was ACA subsidies that had absolutely nothing, Steve, to do with the appropriations process and the federal budget. And, of course, they caved on that because they had to. They weren't going to get that, and they couldn't get that through the appropriations process. It was an out-and-out lie to the American people. I've never been more outraged and upset, and I'm going to be punitive with the Democrats this time. As you know, I've worked over the years as an appropriator to work with people across the aisle to get things done for Americans, not when they're going to lie and hurt the American people like that. I'm done with them.
Congressman Chuck Fleischman joining us. Congressman, I want to get your take on a couple of things that happened, and we're going to let you go. I know you've got a very, very busy morning ahead. What do you make of what's happening with Congresswoman just from down the road here in the Dalton area, Marjorie Taylor Greene, obviously her public break with the president? Have you spoken with her? What do you make of that?
I have not. Obviously, she is in my media market. She's in the North Georgia media market. I do know her. I kind of let every member of Congress, whether they're in Tennessee and Georgia, do their own thing. I've got 10 wonderful counties, including all of Bradley and all of Hamilton, and folk to worry about and work with. I always try to tell people the truth, and I try to tell other members to make sure that the truth gets out, like in this shutdown. I think it's unfortunate that there's been a rift there. That happens from time to time, and we'll just hope for a healing up period.
All right, Congressman, let me go back to the vote today, apparently that's going to be taken in your chamber, the United States House. Do you anticipate that the Senate will take this? That's a big question this morning. Will the Senate, well, not will they take it up, they would take it up, but would they pass it like apparently the House is going to do?
Another excellent question, and always remember this. The rules of the Senate, Steve, are very different from the rules of the House. It is much easier to get something brought up for a vote in the House based on the rules of the House and to get a vote. In the United States Senate, there are more procedures involved. The body was designed and is designed to be a buffer, to slow things down. Having said that, I do think ultimately the American people on the right, on the left, on the center want the Epstein files released. The president wants them released. He's told members to vote yes. So if he tells members in the House to vote yes, I'm sure he'll be consistent and tell folks in the Senate to vote yes, and we can get past this and focus on important things like the budget, like feeding starving Americans, like trying to get our SNAP programs in better order so that needy people can get their benefits and get federal dollars flowing. Mark this down, sir. This government shutdown, the longest in government history, is going to hurt our economy for a long period of time and going to hurt people for a long period of time. And this one, I'm not going to take sitting down. I'm going to stand. I'm going to fight because it was a terrible, terrible mistruth and horrible farce played on the American people. I think the Democrats ought to remove their leadership in Schumer and Hakeem and put in new leaders who will at least, even if they're wrong on policy, get somebody in here who will tell the truth to the American people. The people, we owe this to the people, whether they're on the right or the left or the center.
Congressman Chuck Fleischman. Congressman, we appreciate your time this morning. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, Steve. You're the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. Now, a couple things.